super proud of our team to come on the road, get a hard-fought win. Just proud of our guys. I thought the defense played awesome today. You know, it gave us a chance when we were struggling on offense to move the ball. We came with some big stops. You know, give ECU credit, good football team. Just proud of where we're at, you know what I mean, to be 3-0 in our conference. And we still have a lot of improvement, you know what I mean, but just excited to come out of here with W. You know, just super excited to come out of here with the W.
Wags, first question.
Well, Coach, obviously some big gambles. You went for it on 4th down on the goal line. You went for it again, 4th and 2 from your own 44-yard line. Can you just talk about that? You just felt like you couldn't give the ball back to him?
Wags, I wish I had an answer. And, you know, I mean, somebody's asked me before on 4th downs, you have stuff, analytics, or there's no analytics. It's all gut feeling, just looking at the course of the game, feeling maybe we got something, you know what I mean? If, like, you know what, I think we got something here. I think we can get this. And, you know, and I go back and forth. So none of those were, I guarantee we were going to do it. You know, both of them, okay, kick it. You know, you go up by 10. And, well, let's try 4. You know what I mean? Just – and some gambles, fortunately, they worked out for us. But if you don't get that, I mean, you'd be the GOAT. You know what I mean? It'd be a bad call. But fortunately, our guys made it. And, again, our defense made some big plays. But like I said, Wags, I've been doing this a long time, and it's all feel. I just go for just feel, just how the course of the game, how people are running, how we're blocking, how they are on their side of the ball. You know, the defenders, you know, just getting a feel of who we feel like I can run at, or if we got an opening somewhere. But obviously they're all risk, and it worked out for us. But if you don't get them, they're tough. They're bad decisions. So fortunately it worked out, Wags.
Well, on those 2 plays on the goal line, Jamal Carruthers got across and scored the big touchdown that proved to be the game winner. And then there at the end, when you're trying to salt away the clock, it was Nelson who powered his way for a couple yards to pick up the 1st down. Can you talk about the tough yardage those fullbacks gained for you?
I think right now on offense, the B-backs, along with the line, have kind of sparked our team. You know what I mean? They're running physical, getting hard yardage. The line's blocking good inside. But those are all big runs, like you said, Wags. I mean, those are critical. But our guys, they're running well, really proud of them, proud of the way the line's blocking. But like I said, I'm really proud of the defense. We came with some huge stops in the first half, you know, that gave us a chance. You know, things could have gotten out of hand for our defense didn't play that well in the first half, and, you know, got bad field position, bad deals, and we're able to stop them. So, you know, it was a great team win.
One last thing with regard to the fullbacks, it seemed it wasn't always the straight fullback dive. A lot of the big yardage plays were coming off tackle where Nelson or Jamal were kind of up there behind, in between Peter and Billy. Do you think you found something there with that little, just going to the other gap there?
Yeah, I mean, we got all kinds of runs, Wags. You know, I mean, to people, it just looks like we're handing the ball to the fullback. But we have so many tracks of where he's hitting in the course of a game and how we're blocking, the different schematics. And so, but you're right. I mean, but we go in the game and we test people. And we go through, different ways, and then we kind of feel like where we can kind of get a little honey hole, so to speak, where we feel good about. But no, you're right. But that's what we're doing in the course of the game. We're probing the defense, kind of seeing where they're at. And then, like I said, all the tracks, like I said, to the normal fan, it might just look like we're handing the ball to the fullback, but there's a ton of different plays inside there.
And last for me, you talked about the defense, but certainly limiting East Carolina to 5 field goal attempts, only 4 of which were made thanks to the block. That's just huge because they were down there in your red zone all day. Yeah,
I thought our defense played lights out. Really happy for them. Coach Newberry had a great plan. It was great to have Diego back and Tama back, so it was great to have them. We played some younger guys in the interior line. Nick Straw, who started at linebacker against Temple, started at Raider with all the injuries. did some good things. Just different guys got in there. Caleb Clear got some reps at corner. Derek Atwater got another start at safety. And John Marshall, I tell you, kid, that's feel like has got a chance to be a really good player. He's doing a lot of good things as John Marshall. For a young guy that's just, with no spring ball, he's doing some really good things as striker.
Mike, any questions?
Yes. Coach, you had some missed reads early that kind of forced you to get away from the option game, but Tiger comes in and immediately you're running the option again. How important was it to be able to get that option game going again?
And you always got to do that because then people can't gang up on stuff, Mike, as you know. And so, yes, you're right. We missed some reads early on. It kind of, put us in a hole a little bit, but, we'll continue to work at, getting better at our operation stuff. And Dalen will get better. We can't have the turnover. The turnover killed us. You know what I mean? Good fortune, we got a good, I think they only got a field goal then. But, we got to be able to run option. And we did some of that later on, like you said. But we got to be able to run power stuff with option game and for us to be effective. And we'll continue to work at it. They got the best option coach in the country coaching them, and Ivan Jasper, and he'll get them right.
Kind of along those lines, ECU kind of jumped back and forth between odd and even fronts. And I know you practice for that all the time anyway, so it shouldn't make a difference. But do you think that had any effect in getting in the right play over the course of the game?
Yeah, because you're trying to guess, as a play caller where they're going. So you try to pick the right side that you're going. But eventually we started to do, we're just going to come off the ball, do our deal. And that's what our guys did. We're trying to figure out which way they were going and different things. They did a good job of mixing things up, so it's hard to get a beat on that. But after a while, then screw it. We're going to come off the ball and go. And our B-backs ran really well and did a really good job.
Thanks,
you're right. That it got tough, Mike, because they were going back and forth. If we had older, experienced guys, they'll get better as years gone on. Older guys we've had from Keenan to Wilworth and those guys, Malcolm, they could check back. So if he checked, we could check back. But we're not at that phase yet. We'll get there. But fortunately, we're 3-0 in the conference, which somehow we've found a way to eke out these close wins, but really proud of our team.
Thanks, Coach.
Phil, any questions?
Yeah, hey, Coach. Phil Bergman, DailySports.com. One of the untold stories of the fourth quarter was you get the ball with 6:33 left and punt with 26 seconds left. Just holding on to the ball for as long as you did, what does this say about the offense that you could really make it so East Carolina can't get back into that game?
Well, I'm just really proud of our guys. That was our whole deal. We're milkers, man. We're clock milkers. We've been milking clock for a long time here at the Naval Academy. So I'm always cognizant. Our offensive staff is always cognizant of the clock, always cognizant of doing stuff. We're always going to run, as much time off as possible, shorten the game, limit possessions. It's how we've won a lot of games. And again, I don't know exactly why. Strauss, you have the I don't know what the latest stat is, but one possession games. I know at one point it was like 43% of our games are one possession games. It's some ridiculous number filled. So we've got used to that over the years. Milk the clock. Everybody sees us with our, our emotion stuff. Oh, they're just trying to draw them off. But sometimes we'll go for it. So I think we go enough for it that it keeps the other side on edge. It's not like, oh, okay, they're doing their fake motion. They're not going to do it because we've gone before. And so, it's just we know it's a part of who we got to be. We're a team that's going to milk the clock, and hopefully we can get a last second stop on defense like we did today, or we can kick a field goal as time expires, which we've done this year, or find a way to score. But at the end, it's a W, and, really proud of our team. But you're right. So that was huge to be able to milk the clock there.
And then last question for me, Tiger comes in and does a formidable job as a QB2. Just what did you see from him out there today?
I thought Tiger did a really good job. Really happy for him. You know, he's had a good attitude coming back after the Air Force loss, and he worked hard in practice, supportive of Dalen, you know what I mean, and worked hard, the reps that he got at practice. But, you know, Tiger was a big part of our win today, you know what I mean? And so I'm just proud of him bouncing back after a tough last memory, you know, in Colorado Springs, but to have this game for him and to play well and lead us to victory at the end there, really proud of Tiger. I thought he did some good things, Phil, and, you know, and that was a huge, that's a tough situation. He came in and he stepped in and played really well.
Thank you.
Ben Biden, question?
Yeah, I just have one question for Coach. Coach, you prepared for Holton Ahlers all week, and then all of a sudden, obviously, Mason Garcia gets the start, and you had zero film on him. What was that like preparing for a quarterback that's a true freshman with absolutely no tape?
Well, I mean, obviously he's a big sucker. I mean, he's the size bigger than our D lineman. I mean, he's a big dude, and you know, we saw him throwing in warm-ups, and we're like, oh crap, this kid's got a cannon. You know, I mean, he's 6'5", 240, and he can spin it, and can run. He's mobile. You know what I mean? And so proud of the way our guys played against him because it's hard to contain him. You know what I mean? He's pretty elusive back there, and you know, obviously not having the starter there is tough for them because, you know, he's been in the system a couple of years and knows offense. So obviously it helped us having him in there, maybe as far as knowing the offense. But I thought the kid did some good things, man. I thought he played well for, you know, a young kid. I think he's a true freshman, first start. I thought he played well.
Can you talk about coming in cold and having to lead that touchdown drive that proved to be the game-winning touchdown drive?
I wouldn't call it coming in cold. You know, as a backup quarterback, you know, my role is to be ready, and I know my role, and I embrace my role. So I tried to prepare this week, and, you know, watch film and did everything as if I was the one starting, just so I'm able to, you know, come in and just operate the offense efficiently in case, you know, God forbid Dalen gets hurt or something like that. So I wouldn't call it cold, first of all, and just the last drive, it just shows you, I mean, Coach Nehemiah says it all the time, how hard it is to win. I mean, it felt like every single yard we were getting was just a scrap just to get those yards. And you know, it really, for me, it came to fruition in that last drive, how truly hard it is to win. And, you know, I feel like we did our job at the end right there for the most part. Obviously some mistakes were made, but can't complain about a W. So.
Well, obviously the conventional wisdom is to punt it when you're in your own territory on fourth down late in the game. But, you know, Coach Nehemiah goes for it all the time in that situation. But that's a real 4th and 2 from your own 44-yard line. If you don't convert, you're handing them a short field, an opportunity to win the game. Can you just talk about that moment and how clutch it was for Nelson to get that first down?
What was that last part?
I said just how clutch it was for Nelson to pick up that first down.
Oh, you know, we have full confidence in Nelson and just how he runs the ball, and Jamel as well. They just run super hard with, you know, keep their feet moving. So a lot of people would see that as a risk and stuff like that, but to be honest, I don't. I have full confidence in the coaching staff, and I have full confidence in my guys to get the job done. So it was just another play call for us, and it was our culture versus theirs at that point. And you know, that's how it was.
I'll pass it off.
Okay. Phil or Mike, either of you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Tiger, this is Mike James from Rivals. You know, speaking of those fourth down plays, there was 2 key fourth down plays where Coach Niumatalolo had the confidence to give you that, you know, to go both the fourth down at the game and on the goal line. How do you knowing the coaching staff has that confidence in you and the offense in general to be able to pick up those first downs?
I mean, it's just kind of how we come to work every day. They give us a trust, and we have to perform, and that's kind of how they run things. They expect a lot from us, and they expect a lot from our backs. And like I said, our culture just won, I think, at those points in the game today, and And I think that's just all I can say about it. It's just our culture. I don't think it has much to do with confidence, like in a single person. I think it's just confidence in our culture.
Thanks, Tiger.
Phil, please.
Yeah, Tiger, Phil Bergman, NavySports.com. Another close 4-point win, but you go to road territory and come away with the win. Just what was the feeling like in the locker room after this game?
It was a great feeling. Great feeling. Obviously, we want to celebrate our wins, and we did some good things today. We did some things we need to work on, but we're gonna enjoy this one, and it was a good feeling in the locker room. Good feeling.
The fullbacks, this is the second straight game the fullbacks have really carried the load for Navy. Can you talk about that?
I really think it's just a testament to our offensive line. They've been blocking their ass off especially these last 2 games, and we just kind of followed their lead. They opened up the holes for us, and we just hit them.
Nelson, it appeared that a lot of the damage did not come on the straight dive, but off tackle. It looked like you guys were taking it to that next gap, closer to between the guard and the tackle. Can you talk about that? You all found something there?
We like hugging Billy Honinger and Peter Neschwitz, so I love running behind those guys, and they really open up for me. So I think that's why sometimes we choose to run it there.
Can you talk about the gaining the 2 yards on 4th down, where if you turn the ball over, they have a short field and a chance to win the game, whereas by converting, you're able to salt away the remaining clock. Can you talk about how big that was?
Oh, yeah, it was huge. It was really a culture play for us. Our lineman had to get down and dig into the ground, and I had to hit it as a fullback. Everybody had to be on the same page and get their feet in the ground and get their feet past the down markers.
I'll pass it off.
Mike, anything?
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, Phil?
Yeah, Nelson, just another game, multi-touchdowns. Just what's clicking for you out there?
Really, I'm just picking up the blocks and run as hard as I can, and hoping it goes well. And it's been going well for the past 2 games.
Getting the first win this year on the road, just what does this do for the team's mentality moving forward?
I think it does a great deal for our mentality. It gives us a little more confidence, but we still got to come to work every day. It's really on Houston at this point.
Well, Diego, it was kind of a bend but don't break type day for Navy. You held them to 4 field goals, I believe, that they attempted 5 field goals. Can you just talk about tightening up in the red zone?
Yeah, we were able to just kind of dig deep there in the red zone, and Coach New made some great calls there to give us a chance.
In terms of the defensive effort, holding any team to 24 points in this league is a good day, regardless of what happened. Can you just talk about that, giving the offense a chance to win the game?
Yeah, we had a good day. It wasn't great at all. It wasn't perfect. We saw how they scored an 80-yard touchdown there right before the end of the game, and we just got to keep doing our job every play, and we're able to give the ball back as much as we can to the offense because they were rolling today.